Hello everyone, welcome to another top 3 video. Today we're going to talk all about the top 3 Black Templar Warlord traits. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell just in the corner there so you know each time we release one of these videos. So I had a few requests, not just one, multiple requests of people asking to do these top 3 video series for Black Templars. Now, I appreciate they're not the best chapter for Marines in the game right now. And some of the Warlord traits in Marines, in the Codex, would suit the army a little bit more competitively. But if you want to run a Black Templars army and you want it to be themed and you want to take warlords and characters that are Black Templars, then this is the video for you. In at number 3 for me, I have got Oathkeeper. Now, Oathkeeper I think is pretty decent because what it does is it gives you a 6-inch heroic intervention range on your Warlord. Now, it's not great on its own. You kind of have to give him a good relic to make use of it. So you could give him the Sword of Judgment, which is the Black Templar relic, and that would make him Strength 5, -3, flat 3 damage. So if, like a heavy unit were to come onto an objective that he's on, he can only intervene 6 inches into them and kind of wipe them out pretty much. He's flat 3 damage. But another thing you could do is if you're playing against in a meta where there's a load of models like guardsmen and stuff that are trying to take your objectives off you, you could give him the Teeth of Terror. From, it is a Marine one, but with a Black Templar Warlord trait, and it would just give him a bucket ton of attacks to clear them off objectives. He is kind of like your counterpunch unit. If somebody comes to charge at one of your bigger units, he can only intervene 6 inches round and get some hits on them, or he can guard an objective for you. And of course, he can't really get shot because he'll have Black Templar units around him. And that's the best way to play him, I think. That comes in at number 3 for me because it's more like a versatility one and just lets one character play the mission slightly better. In at number 2, I've got Inspirational Fighter. I actually think this one's a really good one. It increases the range of his auras by 3 inches, which is a nice little benefit to have. But the reason that you're taking it is Black Templar units in 6 inches, when they make their melee attacks, unmodified wound rolls of a 6 cause an extra AP. So, if you've got Assault Intercessors or something like that, they're -1 AP now normally with Astartes Chainswords. Every time you roll a 6 to wound, it'll be -2 AP. And further to that, you can then combo it with a Black Templar specific relic called the Crusader's Helm. And what that lets you do is in the movement phase, you choose one Black Templar's unit within 6 inches of the bearer, and they count the Assault Doctrine as being active instead of the current doctrine. And then, they're at an extra AP on top of that, which is brilliant. And their super doctrine is great too. Every time you roll a 6 to hit, it automatically wounds the target, which is brilliant. You just put pressure on your opponent with this and make all your units overall better in combat. But number one, I think just stands out by far. There is no other choice if you're going to play Black Templars than to take this in your army. Like, you can't not take this in a Black Templars army. It's the most themed Warlord trait, and it just so happens to be the best one at the same time. And that is Frontline Commander. Friendly Black Templar units within 6 inches add 1 to advance and charge rolls. This is huge. So you get +1 to advances, you get +1 to your charges, you then combo that with the fact that their standard chapter tactic for being Black Templars is Righteous Zeal, which lets you re-roll your advance and charge rolls. So you're advancing with +1 and a re-roll, you're charging with +1 and a reroll. And on top of that, you have the awesome stratagem in Faith and Fury called Emperor's Will for 1 command point, which means you use it in the movement phase when a Black Templar's infantry unit from your army advances, and that unit can fire pistols still normally and also still charge after that advance. So you can have, I don't know, like a unit of Vanguard veterans, probably the best target for this, arm them all with Storm Shields and Lightning Claws, and that unit is going to move and advance with a reroll and +1, and then after that, they're going to be able to charge with +1 and a reroll if you need it, and just get into whatever they need. And I think it's the most Black Templar thing, they just run out there and they just go for it. They just butcher everything. So those are the best 3 Warlord traits in my opinion. That's what I would take if I was running a Black Templars army. And hopefully I'll be able to get one on a battle report at some point when the Marines are ready. But if you have any that you're finding really good when you're playing your games, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share. And until the next video, see you later, guys.